I wanted to do a tutorial on how to get the 3D puff foam hats embroidered. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm tracing my design. I actually already aligned it prior to starting the machine, so I know exactly where my design should end, but you still have to hit the trace in order to go forward. When you are doing a 3D puff design, you have to make sure the style you have is specifically for that, otherwise it will not work. So even if you buy a pre-made design off of Etsy, you have to make sure it says for 3D puff. If you are going to a digitizer and getting this made, you have to let them know, hey, I need this for a 3D puff. Please do not mind my ashy hands. I was in the middle of cooking and also doing this, so it was like a lot of hand washing, and I'm not even thinking about lotion right now. I'm just trying to get this done and get it done right. So again, you do not have to babysit this once it starts. It will stay once those initial stitches go in. It's just me and my anxiety. And I just did not want that thing to move or shift at all and have to start all over. Prior to this one, I had messed up two other ones, but it wasn't because of shifting, it was because my thread was not threaded right. I bought this foam off of Amazon. It comes in different colors. It is best to get foam that matches with the thread base that you are planning on using, just so that when you shrink the foam, it matches better in case there's any of the foam sticking out. It more so camouflages it. The foam comes in different thicknesses, but 2 and 3 are the most used. This is how it will look after you take it off the machine and you take off the top layer of the foam. You have a little bit of pieces left, but what you're going to do is take it completely out of the hoop and then you're going to turn it inside out and take that tearaway material. You're going to take that out. You don't need that. Then you're going to pluck out what's left of the excess puff foam. This part is very important. I'm going to take the heat gun and go back and forth across the head. This is to shrink some of that excess 3D puff that is coming out of the sides that you cannot get by just plucking. You don't want to get too close and sit there Otherwise, you can and will melt the foam in the thread. The head will also darken an area that you've had the heat sitting on for far too long. So just really make sure you're going back and forth, you're moving in heat gun, you're giving everything time to cool down some. You go back in, you do the same thing and repeat. Once that foam is shrunk to your likings, you can stop. Once you are done, if you do it correctly, this is how it should look. But if you don't and you're too close, this is how it will look. It will melt.